Hello everyone, I would like to welcome you all to my presentation. This presentation is based on the brand Primark. It will brief how the internet has changed consumer shopping behaviors. Now let's move towards the introduction. This presentation will brief how Brazilian consumers will consume the product of the brand Primark. Since the established order of the Primark is in 1969, the organization has grown from a nearby outfit to an international entity. Over the beyond 4 decades, the organization has multiplied its operations from Ireland to over 10 international locations throughout the Europe. As a result, Primark has emerged as one of the maximum respectable stores within inside the European garment industry. Investing in offshore markets is proposed as one of the approaches to, in addition, the increased achievement of the brand. Hence, Primark is recommended to expand its business in Brazil. Following a radical marketplace analysis, Brazil decided on the preferred new marketplace for Primark. Brazil is taken into consideration because the nation is experiencing a rapid growth in its clothing industry. The fee of organizing uh, the marketplace presence within inside the nation is appreciably low. Licensing is the favored marketplace access strategy. The technique is much less volatile, and calls for a little capital and engagement in comparison to different approaches. Now the next is portfolio analysis of the brand. Primark is one of the main store manufacturers having multi-brand merchandise available. Primark has a massive variety of merchandise from menswear, women's wear, children's wear, accessories, footwear, lingerie, domestic wear, hosiery, and lots of extra. Since a massive proportion of the clients are women, the employer focuses extra on women's wear. This awareness is primarily based on no longer simply on the merchandise, but additionally on phrases of advertising and marketing and the ground area located. Remark has a new arrivals phase to interact with its clients and to lead them to be a curious approximately the ongoing tendencies in a style and lifestyle. Apart from that, they have constant version inventory which objectives selective clients and complements their perceived value of the brand because it gives a feel of exclusivity to the clients. Now next is the SWOT analysis of the Primark. There are various strengths of the Primark probable to sell its fulfillment within inside the Brazilian marketplace. The organization has a robust logo call and a great reputation. As a result, the organization stands a hazard to being successful within inside the new marketplace, despite opposition from some of each neighborhood and multinational establishments. The organization is likewise nicely established, especially within inside the European marketplace. It is anticipated that the enterprise will document comparable fulfillment in Brazil, primarily based on the reality that the country is experiencing a sharp increase within inside the clothing industry that is encouraging the new market entries. In addition, the brand has a robust delivery chain control gadget. This is a technologically advantage to the company. Just like some other organizations, Primark has some weaknesses. To start with, the corporation has been suggested to earn low income in a number of areas in which it has formally released its operations within inside the world. Such regions encompasses France. Activities together with the online sale of products have within inside the beyond eaten into the marketplace, formerly managed with the aid of using retail shops in Brazil. Liberalization of change within inside the country has been performed while disposing of obstacles that could avert funding from overseas markets. Technological disadvantage in Brazil. Technological development in Brazil additionally gives Primark a possibility to efficiently input into the brand new merchandise and marketplace. Through technology, the business enterprise may be in a role to make enhancements to its delivery chains. The Brazilian clothing industry is likewise experiencing fast growth. As a result, it is miles anticipated that there is a significantly huge variety of insatiable customers. The Brazilian marketplace additionally possesses some threats to the Primark and different comparable firms. To start with, environmental, global, and social rules are on the rise. Companies at the moment are predicted to showcase company social responsibility. Compliance with such rules will increase the price of doing commercial enterprise within inside the country. Now, next is competition analysis. It will be based on three major things: changes in operations, markets of choice, products or services constitute significant factors with regards to competitiveness. These days, businesses are majorly facing issues of competition and profitability. Competition is one of the principal troubles impeding growth in new markets with the aid of using commercial enterprise. As a result, companies wishing to extend their operations overseas have to perform a marketplace look at to decide possibilities available. Primark's access to the Brazilian marketplace could have could be an essential task for the company. While there are splendid possibilities within inside the nation, the garb industry is likewise related to stiff competition. The nation has a huge population and over 190 million human beings that offer a huge marketplace for goods. Over the beyond few years, the country's garb industry has constantly grown and is presently valued at $50 billion. Now, the main focus is on the impact of internet on consumer buying behavior. Uh, Customers are much more likely to search for reviews of others via social media and product score websites while making selections which have a top notch deal of private effect. Digital technologies have an effect on every degree of the shopping journey, starting from pre purchase, purchase, and post purchase differently. But alongside this route, entrepreneurs and shops are searching at massive modification in how and in which humans buy, shifts so that it will evolve over the subsequent numerous years. Consumers use the internet in one kind approach to make kind decisions, while customers see the clear advantages of the internet in their lives. They hold to have issued approximately net protection and the trustworthiness of little online information. A complete examination of the virtual effect on customer trade in Brazil by the Boston Consulting Group Center for Customers Insight indicates that the internet is a miles extra pervasive pressure within inside the country than the other naked facts suggest, and one which entrepreneurs and shops should contend with. The internet affects extra than half of the retail purchases in Brazil. Nearly all linked customers, a few around 106 million humans, accounting for extra than half of the Brazilian population, use the internet sooner or later for a new purchases. Digital effect on the customer trade is already massive, and it is set to get a whole lot within inside the following few years. Marketers and shops in Brazil want to be organized for a more and more virtual and omnichannel future. The mission is to interact with customers alongside an unbroken omnichannel purchasing journey. The first essential step is knowing how your customers shop each typically and in their class so that organization can meet the specific desires and conditions of every class of consumer at every degree of the pathway. Now, next is example from a research where the participants were asked to answer how often do you do online shopping. In a recent survey, when the participants were asked to share their votes for how often they shop online, to these exceptional results were found. It is recorded that to this highest 48.2% of the participants voted for monthly, which means they shop online every month. Around 24.1% voted for weekly, and another 24.8% stated they shop around 1 to 2 times a year online, while rest of the 2.9% participants voted for every day. Now, the next example is the effect of social media on the change in consumer buying behavior. Social media websites post information about different companies, promotions, and discounts, and other deals. Since social media and websites are a great method to learn about everything, about putting in a lot of work The majority of people, 58.4%, tend to follow different brands on social media, while the rest of the 41.6% population voted for no. Now, next is brands can shine and gain an advantage through this medium by spreading the good words about their goods and services. Social media acts as a megaphone to spread information about the brands to customers. According to 46.7% of all the event, that there are a few negative brand evaluations on social media. The target audience may regard this as a breach of trust and decide not to use companies' goods or services. While a small percentage of respondents, around 30.7%, claimed that the social media has no impact on how consumers perceive brands. This group tends to value first hand experience above online advertising when evaluating products and services. Next is the conclusion of this research. It can be concluded that the research published by Gupta and Chopra in 2022, since those between the ages of 15 to 25 spend the most time on social media, they made up to majority of the responses. According to the survey data, almost half of the individuals purchase online once or twice a month on average. This may imply that they are from the working class who prefer to shop in large amounts but less frequently from online retailers and do not have a lot of free time. According to the results, between 0 to 2 hours per day are spent on social media platforms by adult, half of the population. Social media is essential for establishing connections and building relationships, which opens up new chances and helps us advance in our jobs. According to the survey results, nearly 60% of the respondents follow brands on social media. On social media, people follow brands because they want to learn about sales, new items, etc. According to the poll results, 61% of the respondents consider social media to be an electronic form of word of mouth because so many people base their judgments about what to buy on recommendations they receive on social media. According to the results, about 47% of the participants said that the brand social media page or website influenced their perception of it. The majority of online shoppers check brand reviews before making their purchases, which may change how they see a certain brand. According to the results, 46% of the respondents said that social media had an influence on their choice. It is because a lot of consumers look at online reviews and comments about the product before choosing the best brand and price. According to the further results, roughly 88% of respondents think social media is crucial for brand promotion since it increases visibility, which enables a business to produce leads and boost sales. Now, next is impact of attitude on consumer buying behavior. It is mainly based on beliefs, affect, and behavioral intentions. A consumer mindset can be described as a sense of favorableness or unfavorableness that a man or a woman has closer to an object. As everyone realizes that a human being with a tremendous mindset is much more likely to shop for a product, and this affects within inside the opportunity of liking or disliking a product. Consumer mindset essentially incorporates ideals closer to, emotions closer to, and behavioral intentions closer to a few objects. Now, next is impact of culture on consumer shopping behavior. It can be better understood by Hofstede's cultural dimensions, which includes power distance, uncertainty avoidance, individualism, and masculinity. Culture impacts what feels right, ordinary, and desirable. Retailers that ask customers to swim in opposition to the social modern day are making it more difficult for the customers to select their services. It is normally high exercise to make it feasible and smooth for customers to select organizations' product inside their cultural consolation zone. But lifestyle is no way simply pretty is going away. Anyone that violates cultural norms may be sanctioned through their wider social groups, whether or not they select to withstand that stress or not. Individuals are not often uninfluenced by the impact, and it will have an effect on their behavior. Now let's move towards the Hofstede's cultural dimensions. First is power distance. It is defined as the quantity to which much less effective individuals of establishments and companies inside a rustic count on and take delivery of the strength is shipped unequally. With a rating of 69, Brazil displays a society that believes hierarchy has to be reputable and inequalities among the humans are acceptable. Next is uncertainty avoidance. It is defined as the quantity to which the individuals of a lifestyle sense threatened through ambiguous or unknown conditions and feature created idols for establishments that attempt to keep away from those is contemplated within inside the rating of UA. At 76, Brazil's ratings are excessive on UAI. Next is individualism. The diploma of interdependence a society keeps among its individuals. Brazil has a rating of 38. This means that during these human beings from nation, delivery onwards are included in a strong, cohesive business which keeps shielding its individuals in alternate for loyalty. The last is masculinity. The essential problem right here is what motivates people looking to be best masculine or liking what you do feminine. Brazil rates 49, which is completely intermediate ratings in this dimension. Now next is advantages of impact of internet on the change in consumer buying behavior. I'm going to discuss three advantages: utility awareness, awareness of marketing policy, and awareness of cost and price. First is utility awareness. The fact of awareness of utility generally affects the intention of procedure of online shopping and its services, which has a positive impact on the intention of customers in the process of selecting the mode of procedure of shopping that has been concluded in the different previous ways of studies. The factor of awareness of perceived module generally eases the usage was specifically explained that the process or comprehensive serving abilities of the electronic services. Next is awareness of marketing policy. The strategy of marketing as well as the policy of marketing, the online store of the website can specifically attract the users if it is generally presented and also got operated in an easy method for approaching because the entity of consumers might get embarrassed while making the factor of online purchase. Last is advantage of awareness of cost and price. The price factor of the product and the proceeds of the cost arising from the process of buying the products online are also the factors affecting the buying intentions of the customers, since they are completely able to compare products pricing between many other products as well as between different websites for making the complete decisions. Now next is disadvantages of impact of internet on change in consumer purchasing behavior. The three major disadvantages are frauds in online shopping, to miss out on the shopping experience, the factor of lack of significant discounts in the online shopping module. Sometimes there is a factor of the disappearance of the sales of shopping itself. Further, the aspects of online payments are not very secure. The module of the rate of cybercrime has been specifically increasing, and the details of credit card customers and bank details have been specifically misused. That generally raises the factor of privacy issues. Next is to miss out on the shopping experience. The factor of traditional shopping exercise generally provides the factor of a lot of fun in form of showroom. The atmosphere, attendance of smart sales, sounds and scents that cannot be generally experienced via website. The customers generally enjoy getting shopping. The consumers specifically look forward to this factor as a major opportunity for going out and shopping. The last disadvantage is the factor of lack of significant discounts in the online shopping module. The physical stores generally claim for giving significant discounts when generally got compared to the factor of online stores. This is a major disadvantage for the older generation module. It generally seems to be a big disadvantage, and alongside it shows that it has put a bad influence on the factor of consumer shopping behavior. Now, here are some recommendations for the Primark. Primark is one of the maximum hit outlets within inside the European car industry. As a result, it could be a better option within inside the Brazilian marketplace. Social media has heavily influenced consumer shopping behavior. Hence, in the Brazilian apparel industry, Primark is required to focus deeply on market demand and consumer buying patterns. Now, let's come towards the conclusion. This presentation concludes that Primark can make the most of some of the possibilities within inside the Brazilian marketplace. To start with, there is a few obstacles to entry. Businesses wishing to make investments within inside the enterprise are not required to fulfill many reformatory requirements. Now, last is self-reflection. When I got to know that my project work has got racist, initially it was tough to understand where I lagged. Then I analyzed my project work with the requirements of the assignment and found some mistakes that I was unaware of it with the first submissions. I found that misunderstood many concepts. I will start scheduling my work as per the priority. This was the major reason that I found to enhance my work. When it includes self improvement, I frequently supply interest in gaining knowledge of something new. But on occasion, I might probably want to recall to decorate something I am already good at. In choice, to address simply taking into consideration one in every of my weaknesses. Too frequently, I look after my negatives. But if I should decorate something I'm already extraordinary at, I can also additionally become high quality at it. It is never wrong to encompass and address self failures. In that way, people will take a look at them. If I pass into new research and get to recognize situations with the mindset that I will achieve, more likely to do so. Hence, I continually have a winner's mindset approach. I additionally try and examine my failures, render deeper approach, prioritize my non-public improvement, and degree my achievements. Measuring the development lets alter the plan within inside the proper course and allow me to recognize what I am missing and now no longer on a proper track. I need to develop some skills to avoid mismanagement of time and understand the concepts to complete the assignment on time with the right information. For making the assignments after the rest, I majorly focused on the issues I lacked in the previous work. And I learned that I need to focus more on the upcoming assignments. That's all for today. Thank you so much, everyone.